Hey everyone, let's look at the chapter on balance of payments and exchange rates. I already did question number 1 for you. This one tells us 10,000 British pounds is equal to $20,000 and they're asking us to find the rate of exchange. So my answer will be $2 is equal to 1 British pound. This is the sign of British pound. Next one, question number 2. International transactions fall into two broad categories. Those are international trade and international asset transactions. Question number 3 is also very much straightforward. In the US, balance of payments, foreign purchases of assets in the US are example of foreign currency inflow. Now take a look at question number 4. What we have here is the balance on the financial account is negative 300. Balance on the capital account is 5. They're asking us to find the size of the current account. We know that if we add the capital, current and financial, what we get is 0. Now plugging in our values here, plus 5 for capital, the current is what we need to find out. Then we have negative 300 for our financial. So this is the next step here. If we add all of this, what we get is 0. Now if we do the math here, we are going to have the current minus 295 is equal to 0. So the value of my current account, this will be equal to 295 billion. So this is the answer to this question. Alrighty, now take a look at question number 5. I'm going to use the same formula to work on like I did for question number 4 to work on question number 5. Balance of the current account 100, capital account is negative 1 billion. Now they're asking us to find the balance on the financial account. So I'm going to add the capital account negative 1, current account is 100 plus the financial account. Add all of this up, you get 0. So 99 plus financial is equal to 0. So my financial account, this is going to be equal to negative 99. Remember, if you change sides, positive becomes negative and vice versa. Alrighty, question number 6. Look here, on the horizontal axis, we have the quantity of Swiss francs. On the vertical axis, we have the dollar price of franc. That means how many dollars 1 unit of Swiss franc can buy. Now, I have the quantity of francs on the horizontal axis. So this supply curve is the supply curve for francs, and the demand curve is also the demand curve for Swiss francs. Here I have where D refer to the diagram where D and S are the US's demand for and supply of Swiss franc. At the equilibrium exchange rate E, the US's balance of payments is in equilibrium. A shift of the demand curve to D prime might be the result of what? So take a look at the answer choices. Looks like the demand for Swiss francs is going up. So when the demand curve shifts to the right, I would say the demand for Swiss franc is gonna be increasing. Why would the demand for Swiss franc increase compared to US dollars? When the demand for one currency increases compared to another currency, the demand for US dollars will go down. So I have the following answer choices. A recession in US that slows its growth, a relative decline in interest rate in US, a relative decline in interest rate in Switzerland, reduction in US's relative price level. This is gonna be this one. A decline in interest rate in US compared to Swiss franc. So Switzerland, they have a higher interest rate compared to US, so their demand curve is going to shift to the right. Okay. Now take a look at question number 7. It says assume that Japan and US are engaged in a system of flexible exchange rate. Refer to the graph. An increase in the supply of yen will cause what? Alright, so here I have the demand for yen and the supply of yen. Who demands yen? People who live in US. Who supplies yen? Like the domestic currency supplies yen, and over here if US is a foreign currency to people living in Japan, so the US, they are going to demand yen. Now the supply curve for yen, this is going to shift to the right. This is S1, this is S2. What happens as a result of that? I would say the exchange rate is going down. That means that yen is depreciating. Just to let you know something to make things easier for you, this one we have the quantity of yen, and over here I have the price of yen. So when the price of yen, this is going down, yen is depreciating and dollar is appreciating. So when one currency goes down, the other currency is gonna go up. Now go to question number 8. I have the quantity of euros and the demand for euros. So this is the equilibrium price. And they're asking us what will be euro rate of exchange for 1 US dollar. Okay. So over here, what I really have is $0.90 is equal to 1 euro. So $1 is equal to 1 over 0.90. Hang in there. This is gotta be euros. Be euros. So my answer will be equal to 1.11 euros. This is the answer to this question. Question number 8. Alright, going to question number 9 here. I have the quantity of euros over here. I have the price of euros on the vertical axis. Alright. It says assume the US and European governments adopt a system of flexible exchange rate. The figure shows the market for euros. If more people in Europe decide to purchase US cars, what effect will this have on the market for euros? Okay, so people want to purchase more US cars. This increases the demand for dollars, and let me see here, decreases the demand for euros. These are going to go down, and at the same time, supply of euros, this is going to go up. It's like for one currency, the demand curve and the supply curve, this moves simultaneously, but this moves in the opposite direction. This question is tricky. I understand. Question number 10. If real interest rates rise in UK relative to US, then this is going to cause what? All right, this is going to cause let me write it down here. For United Kingdom, if the real interest rates are definitely over here higher than in this question, they're higher than US interest rates, so people are going to demand more British pound compared to US dollars. So the demand for British pounds are going to go up, and demand for US dollars, this is going to go down, and this is going to cause the the price of pound, this one, to go up, and price of dollars, this to go down. This is going to cause an appreciation of British pound and a depreciation of US dollars. Just remember, when one currency goes up in value, the other currency is going to go down in value. Okay. Question 11. If the interest rate in other countries rise relative to that in US, other things staying equal, we would expect the US dollars to depreciate in value. Question 12. Under a system of floating exchange rate, Mexicans decide to increase their investment in US dollars. As a result, what happens? So basically, the demand for dollar will increase. When demand increases, price of dollar increases, and so the price of dollar increases here, and at the same time, demand for Mexican pesos, this will go down, and the price of Mexican pesos, this is also going to go down. So this will cause the peso to depreciate and dollar to appreciate in value. All right, going to question number 13. They're asking us, we have a bunch of data here. They're asking us Zabella's balance on financial account. This shows what? Okay. Already, this is gonna be this one. Financial account here, foreign purchases of assets in the US is plus 13. From that, the US purchases of foreign assets, this is negative 23. 13 minus 23, this is going to be negative 10. So we have a deficit of 10 billion on the financial account. All right, question number 14. Zabilla's balance on goods and services shows what? Let me just find this out here. goods and services. So I'm going to consider these numbers. 80 minus 70 is positive 10. 20 minus 25. This is going to be negative 5. Add this to up. I have positive 5. Looks like there is a $5 billion surplus here. Now going to question number 15. Balance on the financial account. This is going to be foreign purchases of assets in the US minus US purchases of foreign assets abroad. This one is $20 billion surplus. Question number 16. In international financial transactions, what are the only two things that individuals and firms can exchange? This is going to be assets and currently produced goods and services. Question 17. Which of the following would call for outpayments from United States? This is going to be question 17 is going to be D. The US purchases abroad. Question 18. In the balance of payments of the US good imports are recorded as current account entry. Okay. Question 19. If the exchange rate changes so that more Mexican pesos are required to buy a dollar, then Americans can buy more Mexican goods and services because here dollar is going up in value and pesos these are going down in value. Now question number 20 here. The accompanying market represents a flexible exchange rate market for foreign currency. At the equilibrium exchange rate, what happens? So we have quantity of euros on the horizontal axis and we have price of euros which is on the vertical axis. So we have $0.80. This is equal to 1 euro. Now I have to do the math here. So we just go and take a look at 1 over 0.8. So I have my result as 1.25. So dollar price of 1 euro. So basically I can write $1. This is equal to euro 1 over 0.80. That is equal to, okay, don't mess up the sign here. This is equal to 1.25. Okay, 1.25 euros. This is going to buy a dollar. All right, the last question here. Suppose the balance on financial account is 200. Capital account is positive 2. They're asking us to find out the size on the current account. Again, we can write the capital plus the current plus the financial. All of this is equal to 0. So my capital account is positive 2. My current account is something which I need to find out. And my financial account is equal to 200. All of this is going to be equal to 0. Now I have current plus 202 equal to 0. So the current account is going to be equal to negative 202. Alrighty, that is all here. And that is all the questions. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. Thank you very much.